All right, so the first problem I'm going to do for you, this is one of the easier ones because the time we have starting with the minutes right here are smaller than our end time minutes. So the first thing that you need to do is just count the hours. And what I have them do, I have them write them out. So the next thing is going to be 4:24, then 5:24, 6:24, 7:24. All right, so we made it to 7:24. So let's count the hours. So we start at 3 o'clock, then we can make it to 4 o'clock. That's 1 hour. 5 o'clock would be 2 hours. 6 o'clock would be 3 hours. 7 o'clock would be 4 hours. All right, so we made it 4 hours. So I'm going to write 4 hours, and a lot of times I just abbreviate HRS for them. Now, my end time minutes are bigger than my start time minutes. So that's an easy thing. I can just subtract. So I'll do 55 minus 24. 5 minus 4 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. So that leaves me 31 minutes. So from 3:24 p.m. to 7:55 p.m. is 4 hours, 31 minutes. This is one of the easier problems because my end time minutes are bigger than my start time minutes. Just count your hours. You may subtract. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna do a little bit trickier problem. This is the hard problem, like I tell the kids, one that takes a little more effort. And we made it a little bit trickier because we're gonna go from AM to PM. So we're gonna go from 9:47 AM to 1:17 PM. My end time minutes are smaller than my start time minutes. So this is where, like, with the little trick or thing that I do that, hopefully helps them, but it can be a little confusing at first until they really get the hang of it. So the first thing we're going to do, as always, is count our hours, and again, have them write it out. So the next hour is going to be 10:47. Then we can make it to 11:47. Now we're crossing into PM time. We're at 12:47. Can I make it to 1:47? No, I can't, because that would be too big, because we'd be going past 1:17 p.m. All right, so now we're gonna count our hours again. So we start here and then go from here to here. That's gonna be our first hour. So from 9 to 10 will be 1 hour, 10 to 11 is 2 hours, 11 to 12 is 3 hours. So I'm gonna write my 3 hours right here. So I know it's 3 hours. All right, so I wrote the 3 hours down here just to give us a little more room. Now, what I have the kids do, we left off at 12:47. So we're gonna write 12:47 right here. And then the end time we're going to is 1:17 p.m. So we're going to put that right there. The next thing I have them do is to try to split it in half so maybe they can visualize it a little bit better. So if you're at 12:47 trying to go to 1:17, if you're at 47 past the hour, to go to the top of a brand new hour, that's going to be 1 o'clock. All right, so we left off, we're at 1 o'clock. That's split into the difference between 12:47 and 1:17. That's the top of a new hour in between those two times. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find how many minutes it is from here to here, because that's very easy. If there's zeros right there, to go from 0 to 17, that's obviously just 17 minutes. Now the one's a little bit tricky is this one right here. Some kids can count up. They could count up from 47 to 0 past the hour, or basically 60 past the hour, and know that's 13 minutes. But if they can't do that, what they could do is this. We pretend that those zeros are a 60, because it's basically the same thing. So we could do 60 minus 47, and then that would be a 10 right there. The 6 drops down to a 5. 10 minus 7 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. So from 47 past the hour to the top of the hour, this is going to be 13 minutes. And this is the tricky thing. They have to remember to add this time with this time right here. So your difference here was 13. The difference there is 17. So we need to do 17 plus 13. 7 plus 3 is 10. Carry the 1. 1, 2, 3. 30 minutes. So the answer is 3 hours and 30 minutes.